Hey guys, this is Gloria Ward, and I want to thank you guys for being here for another I'm Loving Me series. But guess what, guys? This is the start of our I'm Loving Me podcast, and I just cannot wait to share the story that I have with you today with this amazing woman, Michelle.
Thank you, Gloria.
Now, before I get into everything, here's what I want to tell you guys. You guys are the bomb. I ask you guys to help me share these stories, to share your comments and everything with the world. And we are up to over 1,000 people in our community. And I think we need to clap for that. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Because you know what? It really lets me know that the work that we are doing is meaningful
Yes,
and it
it
has
is.
value.
Yes,
And
it
it
is.
also lets me know that this work is needed. And
Yes.
we love that you guys are a part of this community.
Yes.
I would love if you guys will continue to support us.
Absolutely.
Please make sure you purchase a I'm Loving Me t-shirt.
All right.
We are doing some amazing things. And this podcast today that I am going to share with you, with Michelle Murray here, we are going to talk about addiction.
Yes.
And that is something that is prevalent all over.
Yes, it is.
And what this woman has went through, and when she told me her story, I told her right off the bat that she has to come live.
Thank you, Gloria.
Like everybody has to really feel the power that she has, because she has went from being someone who has suffered with addiction
Yes.
to now empowering women
Yes.
to really live their life. And Michelle, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you, Gloria,
here.
for having me.
I am so
Yes.
excited that
Yes.
you're here.
Thank you.
And one of the things that we do in our community when we talk about the I'm Loving Me project is we always ask the question. Our mission is to inspire 1 million
Yes.
women to love themselves.
Yes.
And in order to do that, we always try to take the step back. We always
Yes.
try to look at
Mm-hmm.
what was the day
Yes.
that you said that you was going to start loving yourself, because there's many women out there who struggle with that.
Yes.
So for
Absolutely.
you, if you can let us know what was the day, or what was it when you looked in the mirror? What is it that you saw when you looked in the mirror?
Gloria, when I looked in the mirror, I saw disappointment. I had been doing drugs. I was born and raised in New York City and got addicted to cocaine, alcohol. I was a single mother with 4 kids, and I left New York City to come to Georgia to try to escape my drug addiction. But I found myself in 5 different shelters. And so when I got to my worst point, I realized I have to change. And I didn't know how to do that. And that's when I cried out to God. I was so hurt. I was so broken. I saw how did I just, allow my life to just spiral down to this place, because that's what addiction does. It doesn't tell you where it's taking you. It keeps making you think each high is going to help you, get free or be able to take care of the things you're trying to take care of. But that's a myth. That's a lie. And what it does, it breaks your spirit. It allows you to do things that you never thought you would do. And when I got to that place, Gloria, I just saw myself. I said, no more.
Right.
No more. I'm better than this.
So what was it for you when you, okay, so take us back just a little bit.
Yes.
What was the real meat of all of that led up to that point? Is it that you were frustrated with life, something happened in your childhood? Was it that everybody was just a part of
Yes.
what it is that you do when you do drugs and everything? Because the only reason why I ask is because my mom was an addict.
Understand. Yes. Okay.
Right, my mom was an addict. And what she the reason why, from what my grandmother tells me,
Yes.
is the reason why she chose that life
Okay.
was because of the things that happened to her.
Yes.
My grandmother said that she was raped at 13
Understand.
in the hallway. And
Yes.
from there, when she tried to tell my grandmother what happened, because it was somebody that she knew,
Understand. Yes.
according to the story,
Right.
my grandmother didn't do anything at the time.
Yes.
But my
Understand.
grandmother said silently
Mm-hmm.
she stabbed the guy. And she did it like that. But because my mom didn't see it,
Yes.
she believes that something triggered that where the relationship was never the same.
Understand.
So, you know, she became a little bit promiscuous. We got
Yes.
6 kids.
Okay.
We got
Yes. I
all this
understand.
kind of stuff.
Yes, I
and
know
then
how it
you're
can
falling into
happen.
it. So, you know, what was it? Was it that it was just what everybody was doing? Were you suffering from something? Because there's a lot of women who are out there who's like, you know, there's a reason why I'm here.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely, Gloria. Absolutely. And I do understand what you're saying. And the reason that I started using cocaine was because I had went to school and I wanted to do something better with my life, and I became disappointed because when I tried to get an apartment, I wasn't able to get an apartment.
Gotcha.
When I was trying to figure out how to go to college, I didn't have the help that I needed, and because I lived in a drug population where everybody got high, you know, when I started getting so depressed and fed up with not knowing what to do with my life and not knowing how to get a fresh start, I thought, you know, well, maybe I join in what everybody else is doing. Everybody was getting high, but that really, you know, wasn't for me, and I kept getting high because that was what people did, and I began to get popular. I was getting the attention that I needed, but it also took me away, you know, from being a parent, and then I started getting promiscuous, which led me to having 4 kids. And so when I tried to get away from that life of addiction, I came down to Georgia, and when I couldn't get an apartment, and I ended up in the shelter, and then had an abusive relationship, that's when I got to my worst point. And what got me to that worst point that made me want to start loving myself again and change, I knew I had to be that mother again for my kids. I had lost my kids. I had lost my dignity. I didn't have anything I valued anymore. I didn't have no start, no place to go, and I knew I was better than that, but I didn't know how to get back on that road. Right, and so that's when I began to cry out. I said, Lord, I can't do this on my own. I need help.
And you know what's so crazy though, Michelle? It's like, you know, as a child who see family members who go through that,
absolutely.
you know, it's like me and like people who are out there. As a kid who see their parents or family members on drugs, it sort of becomes normal.
Yes, yeah. And
You
see,
know?
in my community, it was normal.
Yeah.
Everybody got high.
Yeah.
When you didn't know how to handle your problems, you smoked a joint. You know, you used some type of drugs, or you hung out, and that was normal. And with me trying to keep a family and go to school and do those things that I thought was, you know, valuable, I couldn't do that getting high. And that's when I lost myself.
And it's like, how do you, it's like when you're in it, and this is what I try to tell a lot of people, it's like, and this is what I try to say, it's like, it doesn't matter what the addiction is. It doesn't have to physically be drugs or anything like that.
Yes.
When something is really hurting you, where you feel like you can't get out of it, it's like, it could be anything. It could be alcohol, it could be porn, it could be anything that will just give you that little release at the time. Because what you're trying to do, and maybe you can attest to this, is that you're trying to ease the pain.
Absolutely. Medicate that pain. And that's what drug does. It medicates that pain temporarily, but it also breaks your spirit at the same time. But drugs is a lie. It lied to you all day long. It'll make you think, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be okay. It'll make you think you're going to feel better, but at the end of the day, you worse. You feel worse. You feel miserable. You feel depressed. You start asking yourself, why am I doing this? Then when you start realizing the money that you have to spend to keep getting high, and then some of the things that you do to get the drug when you run out of money, now it takes you down a whole lane that you never thought you would even go down. And now once you go down that spiral lane and get to the end and you falling flat on your face and you looking in the mirror saying, who am I? I don't even know who I am anymore. It's like, how do I get back back
Right.
to being the person that I started out to be or always wanted to be.
Right.
And that's when it gets difficult.
Right.
And that's what I always talked about when I empower women. I talk about how to turn your scars into stars. And that's what I had to do, Gloria. I had to turn my scars into stars, and I had to start loving me again.
Right.
I had to start saying, I can do better. I can be better than this. And I know it's going to take, me having a change of heart, a change of mind, and being in that shelter and seeing, how my life just went, the wrong way, and I lost my kids, and I was battling through so much depression, so much disappointment, just feeling bad. You just feel bad when you're not living your best.
Right.
And so what I had to do was I had to start now thinking about how can we do this.
And it's like when you look, because what I want people to understand is that it takes a choice to do
it is
better,
a choice.
and it's not a hard choice.
Gloria,
It's a very hard choice to make.
Yes.
Only because
Gloria,
it's like
awesome.
you are ripping out all those things, right?
Absolutely.
It's
Right.
like
Yes,
you're ripping out all those
absolutely.
things
Yes,
that you
absolutely.
know that it's gonna take for you to get back to yourself.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
my one of my family members would say, when you're not in it, you have to face those demons.
Absolutely.
When you're
and
not
it's
in it.
every day because
Exactly.
addiction is a disease.
Yes.
Right. And so the disease will begin to tell you to do some stuff or pull you in a direction you don't want to go. You can all day long say that ain't what I am and that's not what I want to do. But that disease is crying out all day long saying, fix me. I need another hit. I need to be medicated. I need to be able to, get high. Right. And once you get high, now it starts messing with your self-esteem. You start developing, characteristics that are not healthy.
Right.
And it's like you don't realize, where you at anymore. And it's just like, if I can get high again, then this is what I'm going to do. And to start now allowing you to now begin to start now giving in to the addiction. You see, you start becoming a slave to that disease. And that's where you get into a place of bondage. That's where you get into a place of, not knowing who you are anymore. And that's where I was. I didn't know who I was anymore. Gloria, I went to school. I had wanted to be a good mother. I wanted to get a good paying job. And all that was gone. All that was gone. And I thought I can come to Georgia. My sister, she called me. She was trying to help me. She said, Michelle, if you come down here, you're going to be okay. And I came down here, but life showed up, of course.
Again. Only because you're starting over. And
absolutely.
And that's the thing. It's like life shows up again because now you ripping all that stuff out. Like you're finally in the mode of reality.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
And you have to deal with life stuff.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I do.
Some people are not as strong to deal with those life things that come up, and it's so easy to go back. That's why I would tell like my family members who was in it and still in it. Like, I understand where you are because it's very hard to face this thing called life because it will kick you down if you let it.
And it will put its feet on your neck if you don't know how to be strong enough and say, you know what, I'm better than this. There's support systems out here that can help me. I can pray. I can do something to get from up under this rock.
The bottom line is if you don't have the self-love.
Yes, absolutely. Right? Absolutely.
If you don't have the self-love,
that's right,
you're not
Gloria.
able to go ahead and face those things that's coming
Yes,
at you. And
absolutely.
that could be, and I tell people that could be anything. That can be anything.
Right. Absolutely.
Because you don't have to be addicted to go ahead and face these realities.
That's
you know
right,
what?
Gloria.
Facing the life realities can make you depressed.
Yes,
Facing
and it
the
will.
life realities can make you
absolutely.
crazy. It can make
Come
you
on
a
now.
slave
You
in
done
a
said
relationship.
something.
It can
Right,
make all
absolutely.
of this stuff.
Yes.
So the whole point is that
absolutely.
you were able to use something to just get away temporarily,
absolutely.
but it was It was
Come on now.
actually
Come on,
helping
Gloria. That's right.
you lose yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Yes. And it's exactly, it's like your life just gets shattered in a bunch of pieces. And now when you begin to want to love yourself again, it's like, I got a handful of pieces. How do I put that back together to form that picture that I most want to see? And when you broken and your heart is all, shattered, it's like, how can I now be whole again? And see, and that's what I do now, Gloria, because I had to now go step by step to start putting the pieces together, but I had to start loving myself. I had to start caring more about me than about the addiction, about the drugs, about what somebody gonna say. Yep. And I had to start now developing the strength. Come on now, because we got some strength on the inside of us, but you don't know it until your life is so desperate, and you say, "Hold on now, I done did all this stuff for everybody, for the drugs. Now let me have a little bit of strength for me right now, because I'm gonna get this together. Because I love me and I want to be better than what I have allowed my life to become, using drugs, alcohol, like you said, a bad marriage, or whatever the situation is that caused you to have some hardship." And that's why I love to teach women how to turn their scars into stars, because a scar comes when you've been bruised, when you've been afflicted, or when you have endured a hardship and it was painful and it leaves a scar. But that scar can now be turned into a star, because now the light that you have loving yourself can now shine. Oh, come on now. And it can, Gloria, I love it.
That's why I told you guys I had to get her on camera.
I live for now helping empower women to know that problems are not stop signs, but they're guidelines to lead you into your destiny. Sometimes you have to go through something to become something. Come on now, to help somebody else, be that light in their dark place. Oh yeah, so I had to go through something, Gloria, to become something. That's what I did become was a woman of integrity now, because I began to love myself. And so I try to encourage women to reclaim their crown of honor, love, self-worth, because that's your inner beauty. And see, once you feel good about yourself, now you can shine that light, and now that scar turns into a star, and now you can help guide someone else through what they going through. Because if I made it through this, I know you can make it through it. And I always say, queens are warriors. Come on now, because we know how to turn pain into power. Oh, come on, Gloria. We know how to turn pain into power. So that's why I always encourage women to reclaim your crown. You don't have to stay in the shape that you in. And what God has helped me to do is begin to now empower other women to soar at their greatest potential. And I'm a founder of Empower to Change, and that's what I do, because I love women now. Because I love myself, and I love what Gloria is doing right now with allowing us to get on this set to let you know you can love yourself. I'm loving me right now, not because I'm all of that in the bag of chips, but because I feel okay now with what has happened. I feel okay now with the battles that I had to struggle with, because I was able now to turn that pain, you see what I'm saying, into power, and turn those scars into stars. And one thing that I want to share with everyone is that, life will try to trip you up.
Yeah.
You see,
all the time.
Life comes at us hard.
All
you
the
see,
time.
but guess what? You're stronger than what you're going through, and you can make it through what you're going through. And a lot of times you just need these women that are out here that have gone through adversity, and take time to heal, take time to be restored, take time to grow, take time to stretch a little bit, take time to look over your life and assess, okay, what's going on? What's happening with me? How did I go from here to there? Now, what can I do about it? See, that's the key, Gloria. Yeah. See, we got to decide, what can we do about what's happened? Because it's not what happened to you. It's always how you respond. Exactly. See? And when you start loving yourself, you can respond in a positive way, and you can now operate in positive change and growth. And that's what I love to share, because life was hard for me, Gloria. It wasn't easy coming out that shelter. I lived at 5 shelters, battered women's shelter. It looked like I've been through all the hard knocks. I've lost my my kids. You know, I had to struggle with the addiction, the stigma, you know, the guilt, the shame, all of that.
Right.
And still try to now hold my head above water. And that's a scary place to be because you don't know what the next day, you know, holds for you. But you got to feel your strength on the inside and have faith to say, you know what? If I just put one foot in front of the other, every day, Gloria, every day I can make it, you know, and then you have to surround yourself with positive women. See, sometimes you can't do this alone. See, life a lot of times is not to be lived alone. No man is an island to themselves. And sometimes when we go through hardship situations, we like to isolate.
Yeah.
We like to isolate ourselves.
We don't want nobody to know.
Exactly.
We don't want nobody
We-
to know
Yes.
what we're going through.
That's right.
And that's why I created this community, because there are so many women who feel like they are alone. They don't want to talk to somebody. They don't. They don't want people to know, because some people will shame them or make them feel a certain way or be judgmental.
Right, because they haven't been in their situation.
And that's why I said this is what we call a safe space for any woman to come and get the healing that they need. And that's why I told you guys that I was gonna do this live.
Yes, I'm so glad to be here.
Michelle, she is so powerful, and now she's a counselor. She deals with mental health. She deals with addiction.
Absolutely.
She has come from the bottom, ladies, all the way up until where she is now, where she's empowering women, and just her whole passion and demeanor, you know, it's real.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You know it's real. And I'm just so happy, and I'm so blessed that God has really taken you through that journey, because now you could be so humble and open to other women. Without having that mask, and trying to pretend.
Yes, and that's where you stay stuck. See, when you put that mask on, you in a stuck place, and the enemy want to keep you in bondage to feeling like, you know, you can't love yourself. You can take that mask off and you can heal and you can be authentic, and that's what I had to do. I wore a mask for a little while too, because I didn't want to tell everybody my story. I didn't want nobody to know I lost my kids. I didn't want nobody to know I was in an abusive relationship. I didn't want nobody to know I done lost my partner, not one time but 5 times. All of that, you know, you don't just go around and say, okay, these are things that happen, right? So you wear a mask so you can look like you in the norm and that everything is okay, and nothing's going wrong.
But you're dying.
But you're dying on the inside. You're so broken, and there's no joy, there's no peace in that place. And that's where I got to, Gloria. I said, I can't stay like this.
Right.
This is more miserable than getting high.
Right.
I was so miserable because see, now I wasn't getting high, but now I'm stuck with me. I'm stuck with me in a place, feeling all bad and awful. Don't know how to get out. Wait a minute, watch this here. Don't want to put no makeup on. See, when you feel bad with yourself and you don't like yourself, you don't do your hair. You know, you stay inside. You know, people try to get you to come out. You talk all like everything is good. I'm just gonna stay inside today. You know, but really, you like, I don't even want to comb my hair.
Right.
I don't even want to go nowhere. I'm so depressed. I just want to lay in that bed and put them covers over my head. But that ain't the place that God will have you to be. I'm just going to say that because God done created you with a purpose. And I had to find that out, Gloria. And I'm going to tell you, I started taking them covers back off my head. I said, now what can I do? Every day I said, what can I do? And so I joined the church, and then when I went to church, I started getting inspired by God, that I knew that, you know, He would be able to be there to lead God and direct me, but I still didn't know how to live faith or put faith into action. So I got upset again, went back and start, you know, hibernating, because now I said, well, you know, everybody blessed and highly favored. They just know how to be right, and I feel so wrong. Right? So I said, wait a minute. Now, why is everything happening to me? Do you ever get to a place like that where you say, why it look like everything happening to me? Why it look like I just can't get a breakthrough? Why it look like I can't walk through open door? Why it look like every time I'm trying to do something, it look like the door shut in my face? place. See, I was in that place, and that ain't no good place. I said, you know what? I had to find some strength on the inside of me. I said, I ain't gonna be in that place no more. I'm coming out, and I'm gonna figure out how to get out. And that's what got me on my journey, Gloria. I had to figure out how to get out. So what I said was, okay. I said, everybody knows something. Look like I'm the only one that don't know nothing, because I look like I keep staying stuck. So I'm gonna find out what everybody knows, so I can be free too. And that's when I went on a quest. I went on a search. I began to start reading people testimony. I want to see how you got from here to there. Tell me, because look like nobody tell the story.
They don't tell the gut truth.
They don't tell the gut truth.
How I got out.
Absolutely. And Gloria, I started reading books of empowerment. I said, oh, okay then. That's good. And then I got courage, because I started realizing my story wasn't as bad as that. I said, well, what? If they, Gloria, look, if they went through all of that and made it through, what's my problem? And that's the real place, Gloria. I started loving myself. I said, you know what? Wait a minute. We're going to change this whole game. We're going to get up out of this place. We're going to take these covers off my head. We're going to start believing in myself again. I'm going to go back to being the woman that I know that I was supposed to be, a woman that was here to do something great on this earth, even though I didn't know what that was. But I just said, now, if I just start on that quest to start loving myself, Gloria, I said, I'm going to find it. I said, because I know that you got to start somewhere. I said, so if this is my starting place, we can get up and make some things happen. Come on now. And that's when I started turning those scars. I started turning those scars into stars. I said, okay, you scar gonna be a stumbling block that tried to trip me up, but guess what? I'm gonna make it a stepping stone. And that's when I started saying, okay, what can I do with what I have to work with now? Where can I go from where I'm at right now? Forget about the past. It's spilled milk. I can't do nothing about it. Yes, I learned from it. I know not to repeat that. So now I got this much ahead in my life that I have to now live. So now I gotta live it loving me, because I don't want to be in pain, hate myself, wonder, oh, why is me, and oh, woe is me. And so what I did was I started now going to God. I said, you know what? God of the universe, you know all things. You created me to do something. What is it that you created me to do? I ain't know. So I said, now, I done been through life and through hard times, and I said, I know man know how to answer for my purpose. So I said, since God created me with purpose, then okay, we got to go to him. We got to go to the manufacturer and find out what the deal is. And so what I began to do, I began to talk to God. I began to cry out to him. I began to tell him, I don't want to be in this place no more. I want to change. I want my life to be better than this. I said, you know how to do some stuff. You God of the universe. You created me with a purpose. What can I do to help myself be better than this? And what can I do to fulfill my purpose? And when I started praying and talking to God, he started telling me some stuff, giving me some revelation, started showing me how much he loved me. Then you can't love yourself without me first loving you and knowing that I love you unconditionally. And I said, now look at here, if God can love me unconditionally, what's my problem? I know I can love myself. And that's when I started loving myself, Gloria. Yes.
Look, y'all, let me tell you something. You already know what her purpose is.
All right.
Did you see all of that movement and passion and everything?
I get excited, Gloria.
So,
I get excited.
It's just so funny. It's just so funny when you actually sit. I've been sitting with many people, and when they sit up here and they say, they always ask God what their passion is and everything. And you know how they say so many other people see it on you, but you just don't see it in yourself.
You don't see it for yourself.
And it's just like you can just see the whole aura on her, right? You see the whole thing on her.
I appreciate
where she was
Gloria.
Made to empower. She was made to inspire. She was made to change lives. And the thing is, she had to go with what she had to go through in order to get her to this point, because she needed to understand what it felt like to be in this situation in order to be able to talk to people about what they went through. And that's the thing that I am trying to tell you guys. All of the stuff that you believe that you are going through, that's bad. When you look in the mirror, that is what God is using to go ahead and allow you to be a testimony.
That's
to somebody
right. You got to have a test to get your testimony.
Exactly.
It
is a way for you to give back to the world, because at the end of the day, the world needs you. If you like it or not, the world needs you. Whatever it is that you're going through, that you're fighting with in the relationship, and love and addiction and whatever it is, that's stuff that you're going through.
That's it, Gloria.
You need to go and help somebody else. And that's why we have this community, guys, because your story, when you share your stories with other people, you help out so many people.
You do,
and
Gloria.
to get to that 1 million,
come on.
I can't do it by myself.
Come on.
I need people like Michelle, and I need people like you to share your story so that we're able to go ahead and help others. And that's how you grow the community, and that's how you really, really make change in the world. And it doesn't matter. Like she said, you might think what you're going through is the worst thing until you hear somebody else's story.
That's right, yes.
And then you say to yourself, well, I'm not doing that bad.
Okay.
At least I know how to do X, Y, Z. Well, if she's missing a piece and I got a piece, then maybe we could put the pieces together. And then we can both heal.
That's right. And that's how you count your blessings too.
Exactly.
And that's when I started counting my blessings, and I said, you know what, God, you really blessed me, because I could have been going through so much more that was worse.
Right.
I better go and take this and grow from this. Right. And so that's when I started seeking out God for my purpose. That's when he started sharing with me, his love. He started sharing with me, you don't have to go through this by yourself. I'm here to support you and comfort you, and I will show you different things now that's on the inside of you, and how to use your gifts and your talents for my purpose. And that's when I came to write the book, Gloria.
Right.
And as I was
and what's the name of the book? So
Healing in the Midst of Adversity. God, as I was going to God with all my problems, I was laying it on him. He's the best counselor. I said, okay, God, now you said that you would be there for me. Okay, this is what's happening with me. Right. Talk to me about this. God, this is what I'm struggling with. Talk to me about that. God, this is what it looked like. I just can't seem to get past, and it's been getting the best of me, and I'm tired of holding on to this. How could I be free of this? And as I was talking to God, and as I was pursuing God, he was healing me. And the words and the revelation and the information that he was inspiring me with, I started writing it down. I was going to keep it, Gloria, as my little treasure folder. I was putting in a little folder. Oh, that's good, God. Ooh. Didn't know I was going to write a book. This is how good God is. He knew I was going to keep all those little scraps of papers. When I would pull up at the grocery store and he would say something, I would write it down. I said, okay, and put that in my little folder, because that's good. I need to go back and remember that. I would go through an adversity, and I remember I couldn't pay my rent, and I was struggling. I was saying, Lord, I know you're going to get me through this. And then he blessed me with the rent money after me going through so much, telling me I didn't have the faith, and I didn't know how to have the faith. And then when I finally released and put my faith into action, and he opened the door for me to get that rent money, guess what? I pulled up at that rent office door, and I heard God say, see, the adversary versus the advocate. See, you were so focused on the adversary and what he was doing to you and what you couldn't do, but you forgot that I gave you an advocate. Come on now. That's interceding for you, that's going to get you through them doors. And that's when I said, what? I started right there. And I'm telling you, Gloria, this is how that book got written. And so God knew I was going to take all those treasure pieces of paper and hold on to it. I got something special. God said, see, you still don't get it. Right. I'm going to give you a better way to be able to hold on to all that information. I'm going to let you write a book. Right. Yeah, and so that's when he inspired. He took me to Jeremiah 30 verse 2. He said, everything I gave you, put in a book. I said, see, here we go again, another journey. But this time I enjoyed this journey. And so that's how I was inspired to write the book called Healing in the Midst of Adversity. And Gloria, that's when I really started loving myself. I said, you know what? I can do this. It's going to be okay. That's when I realized, you know what? Life hit everybody. You got to just take the hand that you dealt and make the best of it. Right. You don't know how the wind's going to blow. You don't know when adversity going to show up. You don't know how you going to get through what you got to get through. But one thing I learned in my travels, that I ain't the first. You ain't the last, and you showed up ain't the only one. Everybody went through something. Sister, you gonna be all right. That's what I want to talk to the sisters today. Gloria, I want to tell the sisters, y'all gonna be all right. Take them covers off your head. Get up and start arising. Begin to start loving yourself. You the best thing out there, says sliced bread. You got talent, you got gift. It's time to put them into action and use them. Don't worry about what happened. Let that scar turn into a star and begin to shine your light. You're a powerful woman. You can do great things. You just got to put that adversity behind you and say, now world, here it is. Take it or leave it, because I'm the best thing in life been waiting on me, and I'm about to live it because I'm loving me. That's what I'm talking about, Gloria. I am loving me. And so that's what I do. I empower women to change, because sometimes you just need somebody to kind of show you how to. Right. You know, a lot of times we say, okay, I got this going on, and yeah, I know I need to change, but how do I do that? Right. So, Gloria, my mission is always to help people to know the how to, because we got gifts, we got talents, but how do I get that start? Right. How do now I take the broken pieces and put it together? Right. You see, and that's what I do. I empower women to soar their greatest potential by helping them now see that, okay, this is the place you want to start. You see, this is the things that are happening. Start assessing your life. Start now seeing what goes with what. Seeing now what matters to you in life. Right. And now seeing what needs to stay and what needs to go. Because see, everything ain't going with you in your new season. No. You see, and a lot of times you're not going to be empowered to change if you got weight hanging around you, and you got, you know, negativity and all that negative energy. You see, right. So you got to get around positive people, you know, that's willing to soar, that understand now life is for the living. And I say it like that because now once you start wanting to live, now you start now expanding your horizon. You can start seeing great things before you. Right. So that's what I want to share with everybody. I'm glad to be here. I'm loving myself, Gloria. I love this project. Oh my goodness. I mean, I got to tell y'all so much. And those that are addicted to drugs, alcohol, sex, porno, bad relationships, whatever it is, you can make it through. You know, right. You can arise, you can recover, you know, you can get through what you're going through. You just now need to take time now to invest in yourself and make a change. See, we have to invest in ourselves, and I say that because so many times we want other people to do the change for us. We want other people to invest in us. Mm-hmm. But see, now once I invest in myself, now I'm willing now to now take the reins now and start now giddy up and come on now, giddy up and yeah, I'm telling you, because see, you gotta have a get up on the inside of you. How you gonna rise if you ain't got no get up? Come on, Gloria. You gotta take the reins and say, hey, I'm on my way now. Now, this is my starting place now. You know, yeah, I might have fell down 10, 20, 30 times, but you still can arise. You see? Right. Every day, God gives you that day with 24 hours, and I had to ask myself, okay, every day, what you gonna do with it? You got a gift. Right. You been blessed. You got 24 hours. What you gonna do with it? Right. See, and that's when I started to start realizing, okay, what can I do? Mm-hmm. And that inspires people every day. When you ask yourself, what can I do with this day that God has blessed me with? It start making you think. Mm-hmm. It start making you see your potential. Yes. It start making you see open doors. Yes. It start getting them wheels turning. Come on now. Yes. And see, and that's how you overcome, and that's how you turn those scars into stars, because now that shows that you survived some stuff. You see, when I show my star, I be like, hey, I survived that. I'm a bad somebody, because see, stuff that might have took somebody out, guess what? I survived that, Gloria. Exactly. So guess what? Now what's ahead of me, that gives me the momentum to say, okay, if I was able to go through this, I know I can still make it through that. Right. And then I have this idea that I always tell myself, I say, Cheryl, that's how I talk to myself. I say, if that's your worst, then everything before you is your best, and it's yet to come. So now, how am I going to the great day if I just stay right here? Right. So now I gotta giddy up. Come on now. Gotta giddy up. I gotta go to my next level. And I gotta connect with women like Gloria. See, she giddy up and she out here doing her thing. See, and we all making some things happen because we love ourselves. Right. We know now we're here to make a difference. Right. And see, and that's what I'm here to do. You know, make a difference in somebody's life and empower them to change, because I want them to be happy and sort their greatest potential, Gloria. Lord. So that's my story.
Well, ladies.
Yes.
Y'all know that this was an amazing first podcast, which I want to say thank you guys for actually watching.
Yes, thank
We
you
will
for
be
having
going
me.
live.
Mhm.
This was kind of like our little test just to make sure we
Absolutely.
had everything going.
Yes.
And we will have Michelle back. Like I said,
Thank you,
she's a
Gloria.
certified counselor, so we will need her
Yes.
for some questions and
Absolutely.
everything. You see her passion.
Thank you.
know it's
Mhm.
real. You
I
know that
love you,
she's
women.
very
I love
serious
you.
about it. And that's the thing that we want to give to you. See, this is what I try to tell everybody.
right.
This is not no airy fairy thing.
Come on now.
The vision that I was given by God was
It's
to
a
go
beautiful
ahead and
vision. It's
inspire
a
1 million women to
beautiful
love themselves.
vision.
Not with airy fairy
Right.
stuff where you just get a couple of quotes here or anything like that. But we're coming for healing.
Yes.
Because so many people need the healing.
That's right.
Now you can go to a therapist and pay a
Come
whole
on
bunch
now.
of money.
Come on now.
Or you can join a community where you
Yes.
have women who went
That's
through
right.
it just like
Yes,
you,
absolutely.
who will help you walk through
That's
those
it.
things and those challenges and really can help you get the healing you need so you can start walking in your
Oh
destiny.
yeah, absolutely.
You know.
That's
So Michelle, thank you very much for
Thank
being
you, Gloria,
here.
for having
I
me.
appreciate
I'm
it.
loving me.
Tell the name of your book again.
It's called Healing in the Midst of Adversity.
Healing in the Midst of
It can be
Adversity.
purchased on Amazon.
And I'll go ahead and put the link out there for you guys for those who want to go ahead and purchase the book.
Yes.
And please, guys, just make sure that you stay in tune with us. Keep liking
Absolutely.
and sharing
Yes.
and joining and being involved in the community. And I just love all of you guys. And I just can't wait to do the second podcast. I'm going to put up something
Yes.
soon. Oh, and make sure you support us. Please
Yes.
go to imlovingme.net. Purchase one of
Absolutely.
our t-shirts.
Yes.
Really get involved and become a part of the movement.
Absolutely.
Because we really, really, really want to make sure that we take this thing up a notch, which we will. So thank you guys for being here. Michelle,
Yeah.
again, thank you for
Thank
being
you,
here.
Gloria, for having me.
And we'll see you guys
enjoyed it.
again
Yes.
in our other podcast. And I just
Absolutely.
can't wait.
Yeah.
See ya.
Take care.
Bye.